Mr. Oscar Mike.
Yo, what's up? It's PeteNub. I just wanted to do some more commentary again, as well as show off some of the Phoenix Rising maps. I think I'm going to call this series Oscar Mike with PeteNub. I'm modeling it after Arctic's Running Ranked series, so it's not going to be 100% game color. Some of it's going to be general comments about the maps or happenings in the community or things I feel about the weapons. These are some matches that I taped the night before I went to Escalation. I'm still on my HD PVR, but I got a new Game Capture HD from AverMedia, so I think I might try that on my next video. This is Depths. It's probably my favorite looking map in Phoenix Rising. Looks a lot like Rapture to me. The water caustics and the fish are just crazy. My teammate is going to get chest drilled right here, so I'm left with a 1-on-2. I need to push up immediately. I'm not going to go with a pop shot. I'm trying to get my shotgun muzzle right inside the guy's cylinder, because there's no way to miss. As soon as it's in his cylinder, I pull the trigger, and he just explodes into Gibbs. The next guy is going to come up and try to push me with just a strafe strategy. He ends up losing. I end up banging him out for the full count. I have my sensitivity on 20-20-10. I really don't want it to be any lower because I don't want low sensitivity to ever be the reason I drop a 1v1. If the guy's behind me, I want to be able to turn around as fast as possible. I was talking to Carson's this weekend when I was at Haifa Station, and he tells me he plays on 20 for the exact same reason. I'm going to switch over to Slab right now. I did pick up a full party, so it's me, Yoipy, Weekend, and Hulk Hectic. I think they're all Nick Merck's stream regulars. Make sure you follow Nick Merck's Twitch stream. I'm just loving Slab right now. It's probably my favorite in the Phoenix Rising set. The grenade area is just so much fun to have Nasher battles in, and there's so many good flanks available too. I can't wait to see some high-level execution strats on this. I just got back from Hype Fest Station 2 in New Jersey today. Probably the biggest thing I learned was that Season Pass DLC does not work on LAN. You do not get an offline console license to the DLC like you do with regular purchases. We had to go back on all the host boxes and spend another 800 Microsoft points to buy the Horde Command Pack. And unfortunately, that wasn't figured out until the night after day 1, so there weren't any DLC maps until day 2. King of the Couch, Rustling, only worked because Cream was hosting from the Xbox that he accidentally bought the Horde Command Pack, even though he had the Season Pass on it. Me and all the event staff stayed up till 6 in the morning fixing the 3 stations of at least 8 Xboxes each to get Rustling and Clock Tower back into rotation, but it was so worth it. You could really feel the love walking around the tournament. It seemed like almost all the teams had played with or against each other since Gears 1 days. Plenty of good rivalries. I also got so much good feedback when I was listening to the pros. I might not agree with it all, but it's really good to hear their side of weapon balance issues, map setups, any other rough edges that are getting in the way of them playing their hardest. I think the number one suggestion by far was to reduce or removing stopping power. They were really passionate about stopping power. I don't really feel strongly either way. I'm not sure if removing stopping power would even make that much of a difference, but I'm really not opposed to testing it internally or even doing a weekend playlist to get a wider audience on that testing. I had the pleasure of seeing my first European Gears team play live. Apex is notorious in the European scene for never losing matches and losing very few maps. The US competition was a lot harder on them though. They did get knocked out, I think second round losers bracket. I'm not sure how much King of the Hill they play across the pond. It really didn't seem to be their strong suit at Hype 2. But their match against Stand Your Ground was probably the most fun I've ever had watching anyone play a video game. It's a real shame that it didn't end up on main stage. And I heard somebody recorded at least the last few maps. Hopefully there's going to be a video on demand of it somewhere soon. I really want to thank Beyond Gaming, Astros Gaming, Gunners, Joey, CDN, Aaron, Jason, Berger, Shadosius, Walter, and everybody else that helped make Hype 2 possible by just keeping things running, getting equipment on the floor, getting everybody in the door, getting everybody to stations, all the refs, Cruenez, I saw you out there. Shout out to Flack for providing over 50 pounds of swag, 15 copies of the game that saved the tournament at least 3 times when we had discs just go unreadable on us, and season pass codes for the stream, keeping those numbers high. I think the numbers hit 10,000 concurrent, which is, I think, around 3,000 above what I saw Hype 1 peak at. Also, shout out to Deface and Gandhi for anchoring the caster team. I know there were a lot of stand-in casters, but Deface and Gandhi are really just... And Vero Prodigy, of course, in there too. I mean, he's a really good caster. I really hope everyone is going to check out Active Reload tonight, and I think every Monday night. The video on demand is going to be up on Twitch, so you really have no excuses, even if you can't make it tonight. Cream does a great job putting it together and finding pros who are definitely talkative and have great opinions about everything. All the previous episodes have been super fun to watch, and I've been a fan since day one. Last Active Reload, there was a lot of talk about the havoc that might happen if I remove the alpha playlist, even though the numbers are really not that great, kind of in the triple digits instead of being closer to the 4 digits. To me, the cause of the low numbers is partly due to it being a permanent playlist, so people don't see it as a special thing, and they just really don't play it because they don't think it'll ever go away. But I put more of the blame on it being multiple game types in one playlist. People that want to play Execution would rather just go in the Execution list so that they're guaranteed to get to play Execution. After I changed Alpha to just Alpha Execution, the population numbers seemed to triple. I think it went from about 250 on a weeknight to 750. And when I changed it from Alpha Execution to Alpha King of the Hill, the numbers stayed high. It's not Team Deathmatch high, it's not 5 digits high, but I'm going to put it down as an improvement for sure. So far, Stay Frosty has been getting mixed feedback, but it's a good kind of mixed feedback in my opinion. It's a very polarizing playlist. You either love it or hate it, so it gives us at Epic some data points for where we might go in the future with Gears 3 balance changes. I mean, if it were just totally ignored and it was neither loved nor hated, I mean, we wouldn't get any data. For people that haven't played it yet, right now Stay Frosty, the loadout's Hammer Burst, a slower snub, and you start with 1 reduced damaged frag. The weapon pickups on the map have been removed. The pistol is capable of a single shot headshot, but it does less damage to the body than the Hammer Burst. I think the Hammer Burst is at about a 4-shot body, and then any kind of bullet damage skips DB&O. It's just insta-gib, so you don't have to worry about long-range kills, having to run up and take them. Personally, I'm having a lot of fun switching to snub and popping domes. It changes up gears for me a little bit. It's a nice break from Execution. Probably won't cut into my Execution time that much, but I enjoy it. Don't have any plans for it to be permanent, but I think it's a fun experiment for what TU3 has opened up in playlist dungeon mastering options. It's a great way to work on your pistol medals. Make sure you get Onyx before the playlist gets turned off. I want to thank everyone so much for all the feedback on my previous video. Thanks for plugging on Twitter. Thanks for subscribing on YouTube. I'm trying to keep up with Arctic. I want to do weekly videos. I just got an AverMedia Game Capture HD, so I don't even have a complicated setup anymore to cap on. Make sure you hit me up on Twitter at PeteNub. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I want to thank Yoipi for, well, Hulk just tore it up right here, but Yoipi's about to go hard and finish this match out so I can actually use the footage. We give him a shout out. Thank you, Yoipi.